Welcome back to the Sick and Successful podcast. Welcome back. We are back again. Tell a friend. No, but seriously, can you please tell a friend? That is my goal for 2023, is to share this podcast with as many people as possible, to share this YouTube channel. Whew, it has been an interesting month and a bit now. So this is probably one of the episodes you're going to get closest to when I'm recording it, because I took all of December off. It wasn't my plan. I had a lot of things I needed to do, but we got sick in the beginning of December. Alicia was really sick. I was really sick. Then we had about a week off. Thankfully, that was the week of the holidays, so we got to spend holidays with our family. We got sick immediately after. And as you can tell, I am still sick. So it has been like my body, I guess, just said it's time to take a break. And a lot has happened in December in my mind when it comes to business, when it comes to my chronic illness. And I want to share that with you today. I'm going to be talking about why having a chronic illness is so scary and how it affects my business. If you resonate with any of this, please let me know in the comments below, wherever you're watching, listening. If you're listening on a podcast, I know there's no comments, but you can leave a review and let me know what you liked most about this episode, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want to hear from you. It literally has been such a thing in my head going back and forth if I'm going to continue this YouTube channel. I know I've said it over and over again that I really want to do YouTube for 365 days. I want to do it for a full year, but I have been kind of bouncing back and forth between burnout since, I guess, summertime. And it's been really, really tough. And I've really enjoyed this YouTube channel. It's actually brought me a lot of joy, but it is a lot of work. And I do really want to prioritize a little bit more of self-care this year. My word for 2023 is community and connection. So I want to really, do more things, meeting people, meeting more entrepreneurs. That does also mean showing up in the Sick and Successful community. I have started a TikTok. It's called Sick and Successful. Go find me over there. Planning on posting there more often. But I want to know if I should continue this YouTube channel or not, because at the moment I think I'm gonna, but 2 days ago I told my whole team I'm not. So I don't know. Now let's jump into the topic. Having a chronic illness is freaking scary. If you have one or you have a family member, it has really been hitting me more often lately than it has for the last few years, because I've been reminiscing on when I was in a really, really bad flare for a long time, like from the time I was diagnosed in 2007 until whenever I was able to get remission through keto. I always forget the years, if it's 2017 or 2018, but I was bad, you guys. Like, I was in the bathroom 30 plus times a day. I never had a solid stool. Like, it was bad. There was blood every single day. Like, I thought that was normal. I could hardly get up. My husband would have to take me to and from my bed sometimes. Like, I had all these other complications like erythema and extreme anemia. I had to get iron infusions, still do to this day. But like, there were all these other things, throwing up like daily, multiple times a day. My weight fluctuated from 118 to over 200 pounds. Like, it was just so much. And I never realized what a normal person lived like. When you do that for years, you forget that there's normal. But then when you have normal for a little, you hit remission. It's like this eye-opening experience to, I don't have to be in pain every single day. I don't have to. And as life goes on and remission continues, it's almost hard to remember. If you're a woman, like when you're in labor, you're like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm never doing this again. And then right after the baby comes out, you're like, I want another one. I almost feel like I can relate that in my brain to how I feel about when I was in an active flare for a really long time, and then remission, and now in a flare again. I completely forgot how debilitating it is. And something about my Crohn's that I don't know how much I've talked about it here is I have a section that is completely inflamed, like complete scar tissue. It is one section, and I'm not great with the terminology, but like when the bowel goes like this, it's in the corner. And when I had a colonoscopy, it was about a year and a half ago now, At the time, I never am asleep during colonoscopies. It's a thing. I don't know why they don't put me fully asleep, but I'm watching the screen. It's the worst. If you have any suggestions for how to make them put me to sleep, please tell me. But anyways, I'm watching the screen and the doctor gets really, really concerned, and he thought it was cancer. And he told me that in not so much terms. And thankfully it came out that it wasn't at the time. But we then went on Stelara. Was it Stelara? Yeah, I believe it was Stelara. I get the medications confused too. Come on, brain fog. But that's when we went on. Was it Stelara? No, it wasn't Stelara. It was Entyvio. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Entyvio. And that's when he put me on Entyvio. And all of our fingers were crossed that I wouldn't gain weight again. And I didn't for a few months because unbeknownst to me, I was pregnant. Unfortunately, I lost the baby. I've talked about that in other episodes before. But as soon as that happened, as soon as I lost the baby, my weight skyrocketed. And in August, we decided to take me off the medication. Well, since August to now, it's the beginning of January 2023. I haven't been on any medications and my Crohn's is just getting worse and worse. But also, why my Crohn's disease is so scary to me is because I know that part in my body is still there and it is inflamed. Anytime I go to the bathroom, this might be a little bit TMI, so like you can fast forward a little, but like anytime I go to the bathroom, it is now formed, but it's like the size of a pinky because there's no room for anything to go through my intestines. So I really don't have many options left. I've failed every single medication. The next thing is surgery, but like the thing about surgery for IBD, if you know, usually the disease will attack somewhere else anyways. So if they take out my entire bowels, my large intestine, large and small, I don't even know. I know that they want to because it affects all the way down to my rectum. But if they take it out, then it's going to most likely attack another part of my body. And then what? And then it's surgery after surgery after surgery. And I just know too many people who have gone through that. Like, it honestly terrifies me. It's so scary. I don't want to have that type of surgery. I am open to having a surgery where they take out the part that's most inflamed, where they take out kind of like that corner part, because I've heard a lot of great things about that. But for some reason here in Canada, surgeons won't do it. They just want to take it all out. And it's frustrating that like, yeah, because we have free healthcare, I don't get a say. And I'm about to book another appointment with my GI and see what we can do about it and like maybe go start seeing some surgeons. But it really has been on my mind a lot that, man, like I'm really sick. And when I started this business, I wasn't flaring. I was, like I hadn't started gaining weight yet. I was doing really well. Like things were going really great. And now I'm not on medication. I have brain fog like crazy. I'm catching every single cold that goes through my daughter's daycare. I am exhausted. I am burnt out. I am fatigued. I am scared. And it's hard to manage those things. And like knowing obviously that this is one of my main passions in life, like being a business owner, running this business, helping other women get their businesses out in the world, helping them have their, helping them get clients and helping them have their expertise shown and create content and all of that kind of stuff fires me up. But at the same time, like even just yesterday, I created a freebie. I'll probably talk about it in another episode, but it was a 40-page ebook, which sounds like a lot, but it's information that I know, and I love doing that type of thing. I created it. It literally took me over 8 hours. I was exhausted after. I couldn't get off the couch, and I'm so tired. Today I worked on one spreadsheet doing finances for the company, and I'm exhausted, and I posted a couple TikToks, and I'm recording this video, and then I have another talk, which might seem like a lot, but to the days of where last year when I wasn't dealing with this flare, when I wasn't as sick as I am right now, like I could work 16-hour days, and I did. So I don't know. It's just like, I guess this is me showing up here to have this conversation with you about how honestly scary it is to have a chronic illness. And I know you probably know, and I know you relate, and I want this to be a place where we can just like chat about it. I want you to know that I'm struggling with it and I'm scared. And if I have any updates about my health, you will be the first to know. But that is that. And kind of to say how it affects my work is I'm just not able to do all of the things. And so we've had to structure the company in a way that I'm not the one overseeing everything. I'm not the one doing all the things, but I am still at the moment the person conversing with all the clients, the person making sure all the bills are paid, the person making sure accounting's done, making sure content's done, making sure meetings are done, making sure any fires, any mistakes that happen, like, it's a lot, and it's not something I'm able to do for much longer. So, yeah, that is me. That is me and how I've been really, really, really struggling with chronic illness lately. And I feel like kind of just keeping my head above water in everyday life, in business, and just like in general, in health. There are things that I want to do in the new year to kind of help myself with that. Like, I am looking at doing some kind of physical movement. I'm looking at different gyms, although I don't want to go back to just like straight heavy lifting because I have just bad triggers when it comes to that, to when I was super obsessed and dealing with my eating disorder. And then I do want to start eating better, and I have been really working on that, actually, trying to at least, and just like thinking about the ingredients I'm eating and not ordering out as much. And I know ultimately I have to start going down the medical route and actually really pursue that, and it scares the living out of me. So if you can, give me some prayers, give me some love, give me some hugs, give me some hearts, wherever you're at, wherever you're listening, looking, that will help me get through this. Because I know this sounds a little bit bleak, but it's just what's going on in my mind on a day-to-day basis, and I wanted to get it out here and share so that I'm not showing up here in this podcast and this YouTube channel like, woo, look at what it's like to be sick and successful. Like, you can make so much money. You can be the best business owner ever, and it's so easy. And don't worry about being sick, because, like, it's fine. You can hear my voice that I'm literally currently sick. And I'm sure you could find some episodes not long ago when I have the same voice. Like, it is hard. It is struggle bus over here. And that's why I think those of us that are sick and successful, we are a completely different breed. Like, we are a completely different breed. I would consider my VP of Ops someone who's sick and successful as well. And me and her relate so much because it's like, when we do have energy and thoughts and stuff, like, we just go gung-ho. We're so good at what we do and we love it. But then we just get knocked out, and it is what it is. So that's what it's like to be sick and successful, and how it is currently really scary to be sick, and it is affecting the successful part. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, dream big. It's possible for you, and your next version of success is just around that corner.